A great Tuesday afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, we have the St. Lawrence River here. This is the Richelieu, and this is open water of the northern end of Lake Champlain. A lot of ice. You can see where the open water is on Lake Champlain. Mount Mansfield, the Winooski, the Lamoille, the Missisquoi. Lake Memphremagog totally iced over, and so forth. Taking this down into southern parts of the state. Lake George, you can see some of the warmer valleys here in parts of Massachusetts and Connecticut. Same thing with the Hudson Valley, Hudson River, the Mohawk River, and finally Long Island. A little bit of snow out there, but not very much, still showing up in the New York City area. Okay, well, we're not 100% sure there's no utility threats, but it's pretty close. This lasting through this coming Sunday. We're watching that nor'easter number 4 that's going to track well south of the coastal parts of southern New England, the actual area low pressure off of Cape Hatteras, taking a track a little bit south of the 40 north, 70 west benchmark, and taking a track that'll take it over toward the southern parts of Nova Scotia. So this is close enough for some snow across the I-95 corridor. Might be wet enough snow for some problems for southeastern and far eastern portions of Massachusetts and down east Maine. Some minor wet snowfall for us on Thursday, mostly in the morning hours near the Massachusetts border, and some flurries during the day are a possibility, not even a certainty at this point. And then a little bit of a repeat, looks like some scattered flurry or light snow shower activity along about Sunday. With some flurry action as well. Good dry project weather kind of in between that's occurring currently. And I'll be showing you in a second some decent extended dry weather as well for a good portion of next week. So it's storming and then it's not. And we're seeing considerable amounts of periods of good project weather. So you notice there's kind of two areas of low pressure. This one kind of shoots north, and then this one becomes the primary. We'll follow the progression. You see how that changes there. And then it tracks to the south of Long Island. This is the European ensemble, heading toward the southern coast of Nova Scotia and weakening. Now that area of higher pressure to the north starts out fairly cold, but it moderates in temperature. And then this is Sunday's system. Just some little leftovers here, and some of that kind of squirts on in, but it's really no big deal. We're sort of on the fringe of that northern area of higher pressure. What ends up happening, that area of higher pressure then begins to sit over us here along about Monday. And that's pretty strong. We're talking up here around 1034, 1038 millibars. So this will be an extended period of a lot of sunny days here. Now I'm up to 7 days, and just for the heck of it, things kind of lock in when you see a nor'easter kind of off the coast like this. This ridge of higher pressure is in the process of weakening, but we'll take you through 10 days. You can see that there's not going to be a lot of precipitation chances with this kind of a weather pattern, although that ridge of higher pressure finally is out of here with our next incoming weather system coming in from the north of the Great Lakes. This looks like a little bit of a pattern change. Okay, looking at the 6 hourly panels on the deterministic model, you can see how elongated that stretch is. And here's our nor'easter just off the coast. Precipitation shield just brushes by. And this is valid about, that'd be about 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday. And then not a whole lot going on. A little bit of flurry activity starts to drop in on Sunday. So Friday and Saturday are looking pretty good. There's Sunday's business. And yet another system tries to dump off the coast where the jet stream energy is. That would be nor'easter number 5 if that were to shape up like that. But note, it goes south. High pressure is in control. This is day 7. We'll take you through day 8. And so forth. Here's the global forecast system, GFS, centered on Burlington, Vermont. You can see it's all snow, very limited amounts here. This is probably well overdone. And Weather Prediction Center kind of agrees with what I was showing here. This is the 25/100 of an inch. If that was all snow, it'd be 10 to 1, about 2.5 inches. But right on the Vermont border, just a small coating here. Main storm track to the south. Okay, looking at temperature, I'm going to start with the 850 hectopascals here. This is the 0 degree centigrade line, so anything above that would be in the form of rain, below that in the form of snow, colder. And you can see our forecast for that isotherm, that temperature continues well below. Now at surface, a little bit of a rise. We try to get up toward 32 degrees. It's kind of a slow progress here. Some of these temperatures probably end up being a little bit stronger, a little bit higher up. Compared to normal, the next 5 days, maximum temperatures are running anywhere from around 6 to 9 degrees below normal. A little more neutral up to the north of us. What about 3 days later? About 6 degrees below normal. So you can see colder than normal, except across the central part of from northern Mexico into the Central Plains. Looking at the large scale here, a climate reanalyzer. For the world, we're about a half a degree Celsius above normal from the baseline, 7/10 in the northern hemisphere, just 2/10 in the southern hemisphere. The Arctic is actually cooled off. This is real significant. But check this out. Antarctica is going up, and these are kind of trading places right now. In the tropics, about 3/10 of a degree Celsius above normal from baseline. And note, the colder air in the Arctic. You just don't see this very often. This had something to do with that sudden stratospheric warming event and just a changeover in temperature. And look at the Arctic. Some parts of Antarctica, rather, is pretty warm. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.